Hi, thanks for joining. This is Dan at Qualer, and I wanted to show you the capabilities of our software today and see if we'd be able to benefit your organization. Let's start with your dashboard. This is the first page you land on as you sign into your portal, and this gives you a one-page overview of your entire organization. This lets you know exactly what's going on at each site within your business, and then we roll up your organization as a whole. So we're going to give you information on the assets that are due, past due, they have a warranty expiring, or they're due for replacement. And then we're going to let you know the critical information on the work orders you have. Those that are waiting for approval, open, delayed, or neglected, unpaid, or simply waiting for sign-off. We wanted a one-page glimpse into your business so you never have surprises and you always know what action items need the most attention. Also on your dashboard is your toolbox. This is where you can find client assets, register a new asset, create new maintenance plans, schedule service, add new vendors, or add new clients that you're working with. We also allow you easy access to the information you need to make business decisions. Qualer can report on any data set within your portal, so information is always just a click away. Most important to a service provider is the Service tab. This is where your work orders and work items are located. You can also manage your clients, the quotes and agreements you have, and the invoices and collections, all from Qualer. Let's take a look at your work orders. Within your work orders tab, we're going to be able to easily populate within the last 90 days every work order that's been sent to you. And we can further refine this as we see fit to get a glimpse into our business and what requests are most important. We also see, as we complete our work orders, where each are at along the way. So we see each step of the work order process and all of the different requests that are in each different level. We can further refine that within our work items tab. This takes each of your work orders and further enhances your glimpse into each. So for each different type of calibration, in this example, dimensional, electrical, pressure, temperature, and weight, we can know exactly how many assets are in each business segment of ours. And these are completely configurable to your business. We also give you visibility into those that are in an expedited status, in cleaning, or for instance, in a receiving or shipping status. Appropriate stakeholders can get notifications when assets become delayed or are waiting for approval. And then we notify you when your work orders are completed. Qualer allows you to get the information you need the most to make these decisions critical to your organization. Going back to your work orders, completing service on each of these is very intuitive, and we wanted it to be very user-friendly for your technicians as they're in the lab or on the field. We can select the appropriate work order. First, we see the history and notes. We can go to the details of the request. The customer has asked that we complete this as soon as possible. We're going on site to complete the work. I'm going to schedule my technician. In this example, I'll schedule myself to complete the work. And now, as soon then as I accept this order and move it to fulfillment, I'm going to get a notification that I have a new work order that I need to get to work on. We can also, within Qualer, see the billing information our customer chose, and then generate the invoice, change the payment terms, apply payment, review our payment history with this customer. We also build out report templates. So if we wanted to send an invoice, Qualer can generate that with a click of a button. And now our invoice for the work that's going to be done on this work order is attached directly to this request and would be visible to the customer on their own sponsored portal. Each of your customers get a free sponsored portal that houses only the assets that they're sending to you to be serviced. It's also important to note, you can send emails directly from Qualer. If we wanted to send that invoice we just generated in an email, we can choose the appropriate template. We already have an invoice template built out. We can select it. We're going to choose to attach our invoice, and then we're going to preview and send. I'll send this to myself. On this email, we've already pre-configured what it's going to say, but we can add any text that we want to the body of this email. This is the attached document, and it's also going to send the link that goes directly to the client portal right within the email body so they can use their portal. And now our customer has been sent the emailed invoice that we just generated. Now that we've scheduled our technician and have seen the scope of the work being requested by our customer, let's accept this order. I can create an email notification to be sent to the customer if I choose to. And that will let them know that I've approved and have accepted both the logistics as well as the time frame that they've established this work be done in. The next step is to move this to fulfillment. You see, I just received the email we sent to our client. When I move this work order to fulfillment, it's going to be sent to my dashboard. Each of your technicians and each of your employees within your organization have their own individual employee dashboard. And the dashboard lets them know what work they have ahead. So I see work order 1600. I can select it. It's going to tell me the customer, their address, their hours of operation for when I'm on site. It's going to list the assets. In this example, we have one asset that we'll be working on. And then I can add any comments I would like, and those will be sent directly to the customer and visible to them in their Qualer portal. I'm going to select this asset. And the first step I'll take as I begin work, all I'm doing is working down this vertical column here, and it starts with the checklist items I have. These are the internal SOP checklist items that you want each of your technicians to follow as they're completing the work. And so I begin with lubricating the unit, check the ejector piston, I'll check the O-ring. I see that this failed, and then I'll check the filter. And now I'll move on to my as left. I'll mark that I completed each of these, with the exception of the O-ring. I replaced it. Any typical comments your technicians are providing, we can generate those automatically for ease. And I'll select this pre-canned response. I can also just as well write anything I want in this box. Next, I move on to my as found. As we complete the work, you'll see that this is automatically calculating the tolerance, precision, coefficient variation, tar and tur, and we can even set this up to calculate your measurement uncertainty. I'm going to fail this intentionally to show capability, then I'll pass these readings as well. Also being tracked as we're putting in our findings are the standard that we're using, the technician completing the work, and it's even time stamping when the employee is done with each step. And then last, the environment conditions. We can hook this up directly to our Qualer Sense app, which will pull in environmental conditions automatically, but just as well we can enter them manually if need be. Now we'll move to our as left readings. I'm going to copy from as found to both show capability as well as for the essence of time. I also want to overlay my as found data, so I can see how this asset performed when I completed my as found, and then I'm going to pass this reading now for as left. And we see we get prompted with easy to understand visuals. We failed as found. We passed as left. Now we move on to parts and labor. We know we had to replace the O-ring. I'm going to add that. And now we move on to complete the calibration certificate. I'm going to put that the work was completed today, and then it's automatically going to schedule the next service due date based on the interval of the maintenance plan it's tied to. Now with one click of a button, we can generate the ISO 17025 calibration certificate. This is pulling in all the information that we just put in, and it's going to put it right into your calibration certificate. And this, when we approve this order, is going to be sent directly to the customer. And this record will be stored with this asset indefinitely. So you don't have to have your customers call you anymore. You don't have to email these certificates to your customers. They're going to automatically be available very easily within the customer portal. It's important to note with the calibration certificate that we can make these look any way you want them to. We have a team dedicated to making each report of yours, as well as each calibration certificate, look exactly how you and your customers have come to expect it to, with appropriate branding. Now that we've completed our certificate, we'll move back to our order, and we'll mark that we've completed it. This kicks it to quality control, who would then get a notification that they need to review this work order. And then once they approve it, it goes to your customer. And that completes working through a work request in Qualer. Thank you.